upside at 67.02, 15, 27, 39, and 48. Pivot 66.93. Support 86.78, 65, 55.42. Upside at 02, 67.02, 15, 27, 39, and 48. All right. Continuation of the big sell-off yesterday.
Hey, Saul.
Yeah.
Can you just repeat them a little slower?
Hey, Brad, I got it.
Okay, good.
This one. I'll post in just a sec.
Yeah, so continuation of yesterday's sell-off. Again, just sounds like it was buy the rumor, sell the fact type of situation. Bonds here really not reacting too much. Bonds pretty, I mean, considering what kind of break we're having and a continuation break here this morning. We were at 6,900, pushing 6,900, and now we're here at 67. So decent break for sure. We shall see what the day brings. So we have to be a little bit careful. 65 is the on the downside, the kind of last kind of support that we've seen here for a while. Anything below that could open up the doors big time. So let's be careful. Trade it. Keep your stops in place. Expand your stops just a little bit here to take into consideration the added volatility here with this break. Every time we get breaks, we will have opportunity. So that's the one thing that you have to remember that we will be having is just a matter of being patient for them and waiting for them and make sure you keep your stops in place because we definitely don't want to let one of these moves catch us. And you will have opportunities. So if we're wrong, it's all right. Be patient. We'll get it back. See what happens. All right. Kind of just hanging here a little bit. There's this downside range here. Let's see here. The Trump administration, as we quickly rotate down, we got low support here at the 86 area. It's very, very fluid, as you can see. Coming right down here to the 86, got in there at 87. And, well, as soon as I say that, come back down here. We got a little bit of a profit that disappeared very fast. That's why you have to be very quick and put your, entry points and exit points in the queue. You can see how there's only 30 lots up and down the ladder ticket, so not too much and a lot of volatility. So make sure you understand that trade it smaller and have your stops in there. Expand your stops a little bit so that you can take into consideration the extra volatility here. All right, coming down here, got down here to 83 here, 82 and change. Keep your stops in place no matter what. And the next four levels down here at the 78 area. Like I said, you're going to have opportunities, so there's no reason to sit there and hold on to anything more than you have to. And the only way you can accommodate that so that you don't get squeezed out of some of these trades is to just trade it just a little bit smaller. That way you don't have to, volatility doesn't hurt you as much. I mean, you have to absorb the volatility is what I'm trying to say. You have to learn to be able to trade as we come down here to the 78 area now. All right, near the 78 area. Keep your stops in place no matter what. All right, quickly rotating down here to the 78 area. Very volatile here. Remember downside yesterday that they seem to break it off really quickly in the morning. That's what they're doing here. Coming retesting the overnight low, or just created just a little bit ago. And trade it small so we don't get caught up in any of this stuff because there's obviously some rotation going on here that the market is definitely in a sell-off mode. So if we trade it small, you're not going to get hurt if we get run over, like we seem to be doing right now. And that way, we'll have the opportunity when we do find that area that's going to give us that opportunity to trade, or another way to handle this volatility is not to trade, right? That is an option. A little bit of pressure here on the market. Okay. So trading it smaller keeps you in the game a little bit, gives you a chance to minimize your losses and or stay with the trade a little bit longer. I know you have to definitely expand your stops here a little bit because of the volatility. Before we're trading 2, 3 points, now we're trading probably 4 or 5 points. And if that's the case, you got to just trade small so that it doesn't, bother you that much. Unfortunately, we just have to absorb the volatility here until it calms down. And like I said, another way to handle it is to trade smaller and or not to trade until it settles down. We like markets that are moving around, but sometimes the volatility is too great for us because we can't compete with the um, what do you call it? Those HFTs that are out there. And as long as we know that you can manage your trades that way. So trading it smaller helps you stay in the game, and also if you want to trade it, you don't have to trade big because you're going to get big moves with this stuff. It seems to want to got down here to 70 and half. It seems to want to hold here for a little bit. The resistance right now would be around the 90 area. Let's see here about numbers. Let's see if we have any other numbers coming out. Well, they did a PPI number that came out. I guess maybe I don't think that was the reason it broke. The retail sales also came out this morning. Business inventory is coming out here at 9 o'clock. Again, the volatility here, the fundamentals are taking over for the technicals, at least for the time being, as we quickly come up here to the 90. A lot of volatility here, as you can see. Quickly coming up here to the 90 area. Easily could run right through just because it's what hits trading. So let's just hang loose, stay on the sideline. Again, if you can hold on to trades, 60, 78, it did get down to 70, so obviously very big, but it did kind of held, rotated off. And again, like I said, you're going to have to expand your stops here to stay in the game a little bit. This is the nature of the beast. And if that's too much, there's always Monday. Today is Friday. What I meant is there's always tomorrow. Okay. All right. So we're back here at the pivot area. Also corresponds to kind of our blue band here a little. That wants to do it, kind of running through that here. So they according to what Don said yesterday, they always sell it off really early and then they bring it right back, at least initially. Up here on the top side, we've got O2, our first resistance area. Well, right now, it ain't doing much. All right, hanging around that pivot, see where it wants to go. Hold our pivot area here, and we hold the 88 area. We might rally a little, and we are definitely pushing up here. Be careful here on the top side as well, just because the volatility is definitely in the market. So All right, coming up here. That's this O2 area now. Very, very swift. Okay, come up here to the O2 again. Keep your stops in place. Get it smaller. Stay focused. Don't let it, you know, mess you up. Just take your stops and use them. There we go. Like I said, you're gonna get your rotations here. Could keep your stops in place. So got right up there to O3 and change, and flushed it right back down here. So nice little trade there to get some of our money back. But that was a nice rotation there. Again, we're looking 4 to 5 points. So keep that in mind. Just because we have to, considering the volatility that's in the market. So nice rotation against the O2 area. You want to try to stay short if you have any extra. See if you can get it back here to the pivot and another blue band. See if it holds. This is where I would cover. All right, so we did, if we covered them down there against our pivot there, or maybe even bought them down there against our pivot and the blue band, you get a nice little pop back up here. And those are all options that we talk about that are there for us. Again, depends on your aggressiveness, how much you want to trade. Everybody here trades differently, so keep that in mind. But that was a little buying opportunity there against the pivot, and I also said that's what we want to cover. Uh, cover the shorts there if you were able to stay short, and also like, get along at the same time if you were able to, or maybe got along initially. Either way, if not, hopefully you took the O2, and then our next level on the upside there, we're looking now at the 15 area. All right, definitely getting a little choppy here. Yeah, take what it gives you. I take what this market gives you, and sometimes it's very fluid today. Been a while since it's been like this. I mean, I don't know when I was away if it was uh, such volatility, but definitely this break is creating. Definitely the volatility is out there with this break. So we do have, we did have Um, PPI came out, which again, I don't think it had. I think it added to anything. So all right, continue the uptick. Looking at the 15 area next. Very, very fluid here. Be careful. Trade smaller. Next, uptick. Looking at the 15 area. Yep, we're upticking here a little bit. We did. I mean, if you were a little aggressive, there was a little buy there at the pivot area. Continuing to uptick. Looking at the 15 area. Yeah, coming up here now. Upper level. See if we get up here to the 15 area or not. Again, keep your stops in place. I'm gonna love. You can see how fluid it is. You can see there's no 100 lots anywhere, no 50 lots. Well, 100 lot here pops up every now and then. Okay, quickly coming up here to the 15 area. All right, man. You enjoy your beer stand there, and hope you catch what you want to catch up there, and catch. Obviously, you're catching some good trades. So, whoa, there we go. Nice trade there against 15. And enjoy the weekend. Have fun. It sounds like you're having fun. All right, we popped up there to 15, broke it quickly. Again, got to keep your stops in place as well as your exit strategies, both exits for stop losses and profit targets. You can see it's very fluid here. Next area we're focused in on is going to be the 27 area. I mean, it's a little bit of a relief rally maybe. Nice rotation there from 70 all the way up here to 20. So we got a 50-point rotation. In about 20 minutes. So you can see how much volatility it's out there in less than 20 minutes. All right. Coming up here now, looking at the 27 area. Again, you got to trade it small. I mean, there's no reason to trade this kind of stuff big. And If it's too much volatility, even if you're trading small, then just, you know, there's no reason. Don't trade. Just watch. It'll slow down. Things will settle down. Very swift. All right, very chop, chop, chop. Moving very quick. Got to pick your spots and obviously be patient. And just straight small. All right, beginning to push up here at these inner highs. We're looking at the 27 area as our next level of resistance. Again, very, very cautious with this volatility. Let's see if it wants to extend here a little bit. All right, well, they extended a little bit. They got up to 23 and then came back down here. So this is definitely looks like a little bit of a relief rally. See if it ends up at the end of the day that they rotate back down here. You know, market is in a little bit of trouble, especially if we close on new lows here at the end of the day. So we'll see how that works out. Okay, coming up here to these interim highs, it's going very, very choppy. Be patient and wait, and also trade small. All right, well, we got up there to 26 area. We've got to change against our 27. Remember, if you're scaling in, you got to expand it a little bit. Obviously, 1 point above and below is not, you know, doesn't work out so well when it's such volatility because it's just going to run. It's just not going to be perfect. So keep that in mind also. If you're if you're trading multiple contracts and or scaling. All right, so they did get up to 25 and change there, and rotating off here. So be careful there at 27 if we get back up there. All right, coming back up here to these Highs again. Be careful there. 27, just because of the price action. All right, they're kind of breaking down here again. Got right up to 25 and change there. Came off. All right, very, very choppy here. So let's see, kind of be careful there. 27 if we go and retest it. Next level we're looking at is up here at the 39. You can see our green band and our hourly coming there at 44. And blue band and our hourly. Oh, green band and a 5 minute coming there at 44. Green blue band and our hourly coming in there at 46. You got 39, then 48. So be careful up there. All right, coming down there, a little support right now would be around the uh, 67 even area. Very, very choppy, as you can see. Well, we did push right up to 27. Um, although it did work. Again, you have to be very careful there if you're going to take it. You can see here, it's kind of found this little area here that it's stopping. But they went retest, got a new high there, got the 27, traded off. You have to be careful though if you're going to take it. And it's very, very choppy now. So if you did take it, you did jump in, you did great. And if you didn't, that's fine. The support would be around 67 even. Upside right now, next upside, you can see here because we was up at 39. All right, coming back up here to these interim highs. We are looking at the 39 area next. Anybody got any questions? Feel free to ask in the chat. Crazy little day this morning. Continue this sell off from yesterday. Just in case you want to know, today is National Pickle Day. So just put it out there. Came across my feed, so I figured I'd share that with you. Just to, show you how
Pickle
well.
is in the game or as in a jar?
Any pickle. It's open ended.
Okay.
Sliced, whole, hot dog ones, whatever. I'm just saying it's a pickle day. Just want to share that information. That I know it's important. Could be very vital to our trading this morning. But
A good one.
just putting it out there. All right. Well, the 27 area seems to a little bit of resistance up there, kind of holding that area. Coming back down there, a little support would be around the even area. Okay, breaking down here, a little support at 10 if you're very, very aggressive, but otherwise, even's a little bit better. Matches up with our blue band, little support area there as well. Again, depending on how aggressive you want to be. Little support here at 10. Otherwise, gonna wait for the even area. Yeah, kind of just hanging here. That even area, a little support. And they trickled down a little bit below that 10 and then making this move back up here. Yeah, they got the 10 area did hold. They said you had to take a little bit of heat, get down to about, yeah, 8 there, and then pop back up. All right, quickly rotating to the highs. Wow. Yeah, again, you're getting definitely a risk reward situation. Like I said, if you had, you have to expand your stops a little bit to stay in the game, but you are getting those rotations if you are patient enough, and if you want to take these price action trades as we come to all the way back up here to the 27. Now, again, we already tested the 27, so be very aggressive if you're going to take anything up here right now, or look for the 39 area above. Of course, it got right up to 29 there and came off. right. Well, seems like we're kind of hanging up here at this little area. Very, very choppy. Still support right now would be down at the even area. Next upside is up at 39. I know it was a big range there, but with this kind of volatility, you're going to get one of them at some point. Support level, get there. All right, kind of chopping up here at the top end of this range. If anybody got any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. All right, you can see choppiness continues there. Support down at even. All right. As soon as you thought maybe we're going to go down there and retest that even, and it fly it right back up to these highs. Amazing. It's a lot of volatility here, and just again, just be patient, and also keep your stops in place, whatever you're going to do, and wait for opportunities. Let me give you levels here on the upside here. In addition to this 39, we got 48, 58, 67, and 75. In case they rotate back up, who knows? We don't know. Yesterday, I could have given you more levels to the downside. Gosh, it was like complete fallout. But unfortunately, it didn't. And actually, they were actually pretty good levels, but not here nor there. I had them. I just didn't think we were going to go down there. That's why you don't think, by the way. Talk about that all the time. Coming up here now to the 39 area here and got right up there to 38. Again, remember, we talked about expanding your, if you're scaling, expanding your entry points a little bit. Just because we have to, because of the volatility. So we're working this 39 area here a touch. See what it wants to do up here. See our blue, green band up there at 48. No, I'm sorry, 43. We'll see what it wants to do here with this 39 area. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. Good to be back, to be honest with you. Okay. Again, now coming up here at 39. Be careful there. We've got a new bar, but it is our level. We'll see what we want to do here. Okay, working this little area here. And if we being patient, waiting, gave us a nice opportunity. We talked about being patient here the whole time. Got right up here to 39 and change. Got you in there at 39. You can see a big order there to sell at 35. They took it all out. Man, they're trading some size here today. Well, they happen. Every time we get a break, that's what happens. All right, so nice little trade there. If you did patient, waited, getting ourselves at least 5 points here or more. Again, we're talking about expanding your stops and looking for, extra. Well, we have to expect more out of these trades because of the volatility, and so we're getting a nice little rotation here off of the 39 area. Bonds, look at the bonds breaking down big time. Something going on there. All right, nice trade there for the 39. You did jump in. And again, we got the blue band in our hourly coming in there at 47. We have 48. A blue green band and the 5 minute there at 42. So, but be a little bit careful there because we just that was our backup there and the green band in our 5 minutes. It kind of worked out okay though. We didn't need it. We were trying to stay short, have a trailing stop. It did go all the way back down to 30. So he had a nice little chance there to definitely take at least 4, 5 points, 6 points out of the trade. And again, you have to because of the volatility, expand your stops a little bit. Alrighty. Again, that was a nice little trade. Gave us a nice little opportunity. Hopefully, we're able to jump in. Again, being patient gave us the opportunity there. We had to just wait and let the market kind of do its thing. All right, coming back up here to these interim highs. Next level focused on there is 48. Support is that 10 area. The 10 area was a nice little buy there, but you had to take some heat on that one. And market rotated right off of that and pushed all the way back up here. So all right, again up here at these interim highs. All right, so we're coming up here to the blue band and green band there. If you have any appetite for that. All right, going up here. We're next. Look at 48. Yeah, right up there to 45. You see our we've been hourly and 48 as well, kind of 47, 75, so 48. See what it wants to do up here. All right, coming up here to the 48 area now. Remember, keep your stops in place. You're not going to love any trade we put on. Working its 48 area here a little. All right, just working its 48. We do have choices. Got up to 50 and change there. So you got up to the 49 there. And nice little rotation here finally. So there we go. There you go. Good job. Good. Now let's see if we can get a little bit more here out of it. Especially since you got the 49 or the 50, depending on how you're expanding your stops on your scale. All right, we talked about that. So you're not really doing a point above and below, maybe 2 points above and below. It give you the 50 as well. And you get a nice little rotation here off of that. All right, nice little pop here against that level. So patience prevails again. We never know when these things are going to go one way or the other. Just have to take what it gives you and trade the market. That's all we can do here. And we got roughed up there at the beginning there a little bit with that big break, but then they did. Hopefully, we were able to recover and we definitely had opportunities. And I said at the beginning of the day, you're gonna get opportunities, even though we're gonna get run over on a couple of them, but it's okay. All right. Nice little trade there for us. And we gave you upper levels. And honestly, I'm exhausted. Been working very hard here. 58 is the next level. Let me see here. What is the settlement price? Settlement price is at 60. So 60 is the settlement price. This will be a nice rotation here that the market is doing. And again, the reason for it, I mean, there was a big break yesterday, continuation break here this morning. So definitely had a lot of room to come back and a little bit of, again, if we go back down and make new lows, which I don't know. I want to say I don't think we're going to do that, but who knows? But if we do go back down and make new lows, that'd be very, very bearish in the market. This was not surprising as far as a little rally here is concerned. But now we'll see what happens as the rest of the afternoon goes on. So I am have to leave just a little bit early here today. So we gave you up some more levels here to the upside. Let's see here. Yeah, the 67 area matches up with the low from that the gap, right? And 65. So keep that in mind. 75, and then above that, by looking at the 90 area, if you're so inclined there. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna take off a little bit early here today for Friday. I hope everybody has a great weekend. I'm glad to be back, and we will be here. If anybody has any questions, put them in the chat. Otherwise, we will get back here on Monday.
Thanks, Saul.
Thank you, Maureen. I appreciate it.
Sure. It's amazing how many brain cells it takes to do this when you're away from it for a while and you come back. It's like, oh my gosh, no wonder we're exhausted.
Right. Well, especially because it's moving around. We haven't come back, and it's like the last 2 days were crazy.
Yep, sure are.
I haven't seen that. Before I left, it wasn't like that. That's for sure.
See what happens when you leave.
Yeah. All right, everybody. We'll take care, and I'll get back here on Monday. And we gave you upper levels here to consider if you see what happens. A nice rotation here from this low of 70 here on the downside, and almost 100-point rotation back up here to these highs. So, a very impressive rally here in the market. Not too bad. I will get back here in a bit.